Hello. Where were we last time? You always take notes, write it down. So last week we did a bunch of stuff. We tested out our board interesting stuff. We added a map array for tracking interesting things. We made it so things can only be interesting for some amount of time. We added some gamepad controls because why not? So this week we're going to take a look at toggling unease. I've been putting it off for a while, unless I haven't updated this text file, but I'm pretty sure I did. And then we're just going to make some more interactables, and I've got a bunch of stuff that to do here. So let's start with our unease effect. So load this. I think this is actually going to be kind of a big one. Right now we've got this thing here. It's going to load eventually, I guess. There we go. On here we've got skeletal mesh, and it's inside here that our actual uneasy thing is controlled, I believe. One of these, one of the material. And auto LOD, M X-ray ghost. So this is it here. Now, I go down, ghost. So I think last time I did change this. We did do some futzing about, so that wasn't part of the map. I'm just gonna double check that. Volumetric, no. Or stuff post process volume. This is a post process volume, which would be doing our stuff. I think it's set to location. There's like a button in here that makes it apply for the whole screen. There it is. Now the thing is with this is I don't believe we don't set it in here, do we? Let's see. Post process material. X-ray ghost. We do set it in here. Forgot about that. So we can use this to set it for all characters or 0. So if we do like take this and set it to like less, and then if we look over here, right, this is where this one specifically. All or nothing with that guy, eh? So it does turn off here, but I don't want it to turn off here. I want to turn off per character. So how do we do that? Oops. On a character has the material. Let's take a look at the material. I think we can do it in the material. Here we go. Got all this stuff here. And we have this opacity. So I think what we can do is we can promote this to a parameter. I'm gonna call it a 0 actually. A parameter here. I think that means that we can see it on the outside, right? The highlight. I forget. Skeleton material. We can always use what? Oh, that's phosphorus. Material. Made parameter. Scalar. Hmm. Not sure. I'm not sure. It's not sure I need to do that, but this is where it is. So I need to set dynamic material in the construction script like so. Then head to event graph and set. So let's go ahead and see about that. So we're saying that in here, instructions script, we should okay, so we got create dynamic material instance, and it has element index. So if we hop it over to here, material slots and 2. So I guess the answer is 2. It's done that thing where okay, so we'll make this, oops, and set it to 2 because, and we'll just remember not to touch it anymore. Source material, we go by this guy's, should be what we had before, which is X-ray. I'm going to set this to unlock unused material. Okay, we've got that. It's good with that. All right, all right, all right. So in here, in our event graph, we need to make a thing that sets this unused material to from 0 to 1, or 0 to anything, to be honest. That happens though from in here, right? Grant tags a target actor. This is kind of old school, isn't it? I haven't touched this one in a while. Let's look at a more modern one just in case. We've got no cues. Grant ability figs, grant gameplay abilities. Okay, so let's copy this one. What? So activating an ability. Well, that might have been the wrong one to really mess with, right? Because I'm activating an ability on character. Got look directions, and play character setup. Even in here, reason I say that is because we've got their whole interaction. That's not it. We've got the oh, main game has the stuff that sets up these abilities, doesn't it? I mean, via the gameplay effects, actions that guests can do. And then we have things for assigning roles. This might be effect, effects, very thirsty, bored, health effects. So this is going to look more like UNEASY, where we grant a game ability. And that grant gameplay ability will be uneasy. Need to config. We got those. I want to see this one. Thank you. A unease. Level 1. Yeah. Removal policy. And we're gonna add some, which are no, not that one. Those now. Right, target actor. Tags this effect as, sorry. Tags this effect as. Gonna be uneasy. There you go. And then still gonna be infinite. Stay on. Don't think it has a period, right? Okay. I'm essentially trying to get this to look like woozy as much as I can. I'm just gonna say unease instead. And uneasy. This is gonna be a tough one because I have to get this to do a thing. I'm not quite sure. I know what to get it to do. Let's look at something like because this does things, right? Grant tags. Oh. GA. And that's not the kind. This was kind of like the one I replaced that other one with. Maybe it's better to use this one. So let's Jesus. Instance per act. Ah, weird. All right. So we're going to activate the ability. We look at uh, it, Aura. Huh. PA guest aura. Gameplay ability. Guest aura not a passive gameplay ability. That idea. It's not. Right. So this activates when you turn it on. I feel like I'm missing something. That's why I'm close this. I can. I'm gonna rename that to the other way. Let's Nope, not what I meant to do. Class settings. Here we go. Okay, this looks more like our BP grab. I don't know what's a BP grab and not a, despite the fact that we'll get to that later. All right, so we're gonna activate the ability from an event. Oh yes, because it's a guest aura, so we're gonna feed in like what kind of aura it is or what color it should be, and that's what's going to happen here when we grant the game the ability. Passive, isn't it? Another tact. Let's do it the other way. We'll just do it from here. What we'll do, get avatar actor from it. Oh. Go. We're gonna cast it to character. Cast to got character. That also means that we now have to the unused material. What we're going to do is we're going to get I made a thing. No, I didn't. Never mind. Target unused material, and on there you have a parameter for or I thought I had it. Okay. This material should have unease capacity, right? Unease. Oh. We've got the material. Now what? Do I have to cast? Oops. Do I have to like cast it to X-ray? Let's take a look at the. Oh wait, I have to do it through like it's not so simple scalar parameter value. Okay. Aw, come on, guys. Real instance. Okay, let's set scalar. Oh, that's not right. Set that's the same one. This is why. Oh, yeah. Parameter name. I think he has to type it in, right? Here, say it's needs opacity. I'm just double checking. Okay, unease opacity. One. And then when the ability ends, we'll undo it, going get back to 0. Oh, that's the idea anyway. So before I do anything totally wild, I'm going to rename this. Here, get rid of it. Because in theory, I will eventually want to set the color, right? So if it's uneasy, it'll be like the orange. And if it's villainous, it'll be red. All right, so I've got that, I've got that, I've got this. So if I look at this, save. All right. it looks a lot like I can see it. What's the difference? Is it, wait. Before I do that, before I give up. By around the corner. It's exactly how we expected it to look, isn't it? Which is wrong. Why? Am I not setting it right? I was setting it. Take a look. Constructions. Create dynamic material instance of X-ray ghost. For index 2. Put it into here. This index defaults to 0. Right? So it could be default value. It doesn't look any different. Mesh, yeah. I am hitting that mesh, right? Mesh. Mesh, it's this mesh. Putting it into 2. Do that. What if I do that? Oh, unexpected things happen. Is this material not actually affecting any of it, it's all from that post-process volume? No. Can't be all from the post-process volume. I think this is why I dropped it before, because you can put it there and it doesn't actually help. I mean, it should be obvious since I didn't have anything in here before, right? I can delete this. This is how I found it. At an opacity of 1. Maybe it did. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Insert smash cut to nuclear explosion here. Okay. We've got a little bit more problems here. Let's say um, um, uh, what do you think? UE4, but I'm pretty sure my current code is. Can't like argue about it. Wah wah. All right. How about this? Effects. Uh, did I favorite a guy who was doing them on a character by character basis? I think I was. I don't know whether there's some appearances in here, but did this. Some of the did me. I remember this did me. I kind of remember this guy. I maybe remember did this. We got to where we are. We overlay. First video. Windows. We done this. Remember, this guy did it. Is this guy? Oh my god, I hate. Who earns? What we wanted to do. I'll go back here. See if he does it. All of them are just. Bench has it. Two guys have it. Is it just because those two characters don't actually have it? Have the material? Let's see. We have a basic post-process material. You know that part, right? Oh, is that the answer? No. Okay. I've done that. Close, but not quite. That material at runtime. What I'm thinking is that to set this up, we had to do this, but like, what's to stop me from doing this later? Like, can I just and then oh, I don't know. Let's do this. Let's start this simple. Then we'll see. No. Try 3. Okay. Right? And then I don't even know what it'll be called. Okay, I create a material. This is clear when I use it for these mesh. Material and distance. Okay, so it's like leave them lot or. I'm just gonna do that for now. Uh, didn't I? Didn't odd? That's a different one, I think, isn't it? All right, it's foggy because I haven't done this in a while. Skeleton, yeah. Okay, so there are two materials going on. One of them is the overlay material, M outline, the outline. This is the one I should be missing. Let's try it. I can set this. If I go, um, create, uh, I've already forgotten what the name of the thing is. I'll do it. Or mesh. An index. That's, that'll put it in the wrong spot. It needs to be the over material, right? Over material. Set overlay material. Set right. Set it to later. Can I set it to null? Will it let me do this? Yes. So can I do on here? You set this nothing. That disappears. Good. This post process volume. I don't know how it decides, to be honest, because I've got the post process volume in here. I've got X-ray ghost, but like how does it know to only do it on there if it's no longer on the skeleton in here, right? Overlay material, no. And then element 2, no. It's fine. right? So oops, this shouldn't be able to see anything because it doesn't have the freaking, doesn't even have it, you know? Whew. This isn't specifically talking about characters, right? Like it doesn't know about the fact that it's that that it doesn't know. I've removed it off of here. Removed it off of here. I mean, yes, it's listed here. If I delete this, it goes away. If I add it, um, comes back, despite the fact that it's no longer on there. Last I checked. Anyways, characters. Wait, is this a different thing? No, it's a guest character. Exactly what this is. That's weird. Okay. Something weird, like I put it on here and not on there. That doesn't make any sense. There's nothing to put it on. Mm. That is the right. It's throwing me for a loop. I do a thing. I'll bet Unreal Engine is do a thing where I look at it from out here. Nope. Test level. That's the only time. Oh, whoops. There's too much shit. So it's only found it once in the test level. Wow. I have to go look at that. That's the only thing that makes sense, isn't it? It's interesting, at least. All right. Remember here. So he makes the material just like we do. Uh, go look at it. Not easy. uh, in text. I'm actually just gonna fast forward because, like, is first of all, here, isn't it? Render custom depth pass. Eh. All right. So mesh render custom depth pass, right? So keep that there. Save. All right. Let's start simple. Let's go back to the event graph. Where's our press it? We're going to mesh the custom yes, render custom depth for this one. I don't think. Yes. Now, oh yeah. Okay. 3. I'm gonna go here. Dos. Go. Go. Go through this. All right. So post and work. Try again. I've lost my touch. I don't remember how to load 2 games. Hop into here. In theory, stairs, right? Hmm. Doesn't do what I want. Is it because I'm stuck or mesh? Where'd all the me? Where? I don't think that's the right one. Let's type in custom depth. Do you think? Or am I bad at computer? Let's get this set up first. Like this. You can do it. There you go. There's one. Oh. Mm. I'm just checking. I know there's like a button I've pushed. There, custom. Bye. Hmm? That's. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, no. My problem right now is do what I'm doing. I'm missing something. So apparently this is correct. May not. Oh, they are. Okay. Do you think it's a replication thing? Like on myself? Oh, is there due to include parts of myself? Not be able to. Oh, an overhang? Uh, oh, it's just not replicating doing what I can't tell because I'm like here. It doesn't replicate to that guy. That would make too much sense. Um, Okie dokie. Let's a little bit different here. Have any puts? I really hate when this. Oh yeah. I grab this. Look at that. These two here. Ooh. This guy. Um. Well, the same. So let's get this going through the situation. It doesn't like it. Okay. Refresh note. Thank you. I needed it to do. Why it showed the hold in the first place. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it when I do it through the server. Right? Might not. probably won't. No, it doesn't. So doing it through a server doesn't help. We're really in like weird, uncharted territory, in my opinion. Hmm. Double check. I'm just double checking it. Save. I turned it off, and that's why. And on a certain level, I haven't really made any progress. On another level, I do know stuff like the outline isn't getting put on here, right? Getting put on um in here because I simplified. Part of it was I did simplify the outline. Overlay isn't even on. Dude. So it's done here. So if I want to like turn that on and off in the future, there's a thing for that. Before I wrap it up, let's actually do that. Let's undo that. We can set that overlay material here, right? That doesn't work. Then we go um, mesh overlay material. Otherwise, if that even. I mean, It does not. Is there no solution? The more, there's two different techniques, and neither of them like do anything. All right. So, not using. Have any overlay material? Set the overlay material real time. Doesn't work. But supposedly. Wait, I forgot. We can do the other thing. Look down. Now that'll rule out if it's a replication thing, wouldn't it? Oh. Oh. Okay, so that part is replication. I can see it happening. Wait. Now I think it might be worth making a little ledge for your feet. Could make thing. Ooh. Or we can hack it. We can hack it. Do collision. Oh, we turn off collision on. There's one thing I want to just. Oh wait, that's. We add this. Then we turn off collision on it. Should be able to walk into it and look down. That, if we can do that and we see collision presets, no collision, done. No, walk right through it, done, go. So we know that if we look down and then push the button, we can turn on and off the outline. I walk into here. I walk in here. Ah, it's purely replication. So it all works. It's just our replication is fucked, which is good, which means that we're 90% of the way there. Okay, okie dokie. All right, but I don't want to deal with replication right now. I'm not sure I have the head power to do it. So I'm gonna go over to here. Necessary. And then we're gonna put down replicate the on. Do I remember which key does this? I do. Oh, on off. Cross. And we'll put that down for next week. We can toggle it, but we haven't replicated it, which I think is legit, right? We looked at it and it did both. Once we do that, then we can start looking into, then we can, let's see, and it may be we do it in the opposite direction, where we hook the to oops. So we'll hook, might be more useful to hook it into the gameplay effects and gameplay abilities, because those are like replicated automatically, right? Hook it into there. That might automatically give us our replication. Well, that'll give us our replication, and then we can start looking at changing the color dynamically. Then we can have a color for the orange, which is the unease. We can have the red, and then we can have the red, which is for the villain. Essentially, you've like given up the fact that you're the villain. And then just have it as the same kind of like operation, right? You wouldn't have the orange and the red on you at the same time. So we should just be able to set the color when we set the whether it's on or off. So that'll be cool. I think that's a good thing to try next week, to get that up and running. And then after that, we can go back into doing some more interactables, and then that'd be funny, but no. And then maybe actually start thinking about evidence and glues. I think, like, as far as like, oh, and then actually before that, let's set up. No, I think evidence and glues is more important, and then we'll make these getting passed out concentrated look. I think we decided not to do that because I put it up here, didn't I? No, reducing it. Oh, maybe that is something we include. Includes a tag for a location, and we'll have to figure that out. We've already done these. And then mutables. And then call the police. So that's some stuff we can look into the future. I think that was a good night. Pretty good for after coming back from break. Also, because I'd done all that stuff, and I had redone some of it, and some of it was kind of murky. Being able to say, okay, this is it, and like this on here isn't even like this here isn't even part of it. I can go ahead and delete that again because I know it's not part of it. And I can never be confused by the fact that it's part of it, yes or no, ever again, which is important. Done. fixed, gone. I can never be fooled by that again. All right, I think that's a good place to stop for tonight. So thanks again. Have a good one.